Hello everyone, welcome to session 20 of Selenium training. In today's session, I am going to continue the core Java. Okay, as part of today's session, I will be explaining what are classes and what are objects in Java, and followed by the arrays concept. Okay, so what are classes and what are objects in Java? So first of all, classes encloses variables and methods, guys. Okay, classes enclose variables and methods. Okay, let me launch my Eclipse ID meanwhile. So here is an example, guys. We have already seen this kind of example earlier. Okay, let me again repeat this. Okay, fine. Hopefully this have not started it. Let's wait for the Eclipse. Yeah, it got launched. Let me delete this project. Let me create a new Java project. Right click new project, Java project, click on next. My Java project 10. Click on finish. The Java project got created here. Right click on this SRC, select new and select class. Okay. Now provide a name, maybe classes demo. Now say finish. So what is this, guys? This is nothing but a class, right? This is nothing but a class. So I am saying that classes will enclose what will be there inside the classes, guys. At a high level, classes will contain variables and methods inside it. The classes will contain variables and methods. Inside the class, the class can enclose variables and methods. So let's create some variables and methods inside this class to prove that the class will enclose variables and methods. Okay. Now, guys, okay, let me create a method. What is a starting point, guys? What is the starting point for a method? The main method is the place where the execution will start. So let me create a main method first. So inside this particular class, inside this particular starting and ending of this particular class, I am going to create main method, public static void main string of aux. Okay, let's create this main method like this. So this is a main method which is there inside this particular class. This is a place where the programmation will start. Now let's create some sample code inside this main method. So before that, this is a main method, this is a method, this is a method inside this particular class. Along with that, we can also create some variables, guys. Okay, classes can enclose both variables and methods. This is a method. Main method is a method. So in parallel to that, I can write down some variables also. Let's say int a is equal to 6, comma b is equal to 5. Okay, I created two variables inside this class. So now this proves that classes can enclose these variables and this method, right? So here I am saying classes encloses variables and methods. What does class will contain? Class will contain the variables and methods inside it. You can write the variables and methods inside this particular class. Okay, fine. So now, so not only main method, you can create few more methods, guys. Okay, apart from the main method, you can create another method also. Let's say public static void method a. Okay, like this you can create any number of methods inside a class, guys. Okay, A class will enclose the variables and methods. Here we have two variables inside this class and two methods inside this class. This method 1, main method, and second method A as method 2. Right? Now, even I can it's like the variables can be created directly under the class. The variables can be created directly under the class. At the same time, we can create variables inside the methods also. Inside the methods also, we can create the variables. Okay? How to create variables inside a method? Simple guys. Int c is equal to some 4. Int c is equal to 4. You see, I created this particular variable inside this method. Now I'll write system dot out dot println sum of a, b, and c is plus c. Sorry, plus inside the brackets, write down inside the brackets, provide a plus b plus c like this. Okay. So there is some problem here. The problem here is this variables a and b, right? These are global variables. These are global variables. They are directly under the class, but they are giving errors here. These variables can be accessed inside any of these methods inside this class, but still they are giving errors because static method can only access static variables, guys. Okay, I will explain this static concept later, but for now, blindly mention this in static keyword before this variables. Okay, since inside a static method, this main is a static method. Inside static methods, you can only access static variables. The local variables not a problem, guys, but global variables, if you are trying to access inside a method, then they should be of static. Then only the static methods will allow the static stuff. Static methods will only allow the static stuff. So here a plus b got resolved. When I mentioned static keyword here, the error got resolved, guys. Okay. And at same time, if I remove this static keyword from here, let's say public void method I made, and if I try to call this particular method a from this main method, what will happen? Method a. If I call this method as method a, it will give an error, guys, because static methods will only access static stuff. It may be either variables or methods. Okay, here this method is not static now. If I add static here, this issue will be resolved. Okay, static methods will only access the static stuff. Okay, now inside this, write down string s is equal to, okay, string s is equal to welcome to method a, let's say. Now system dot out dot println println, yes, simple. Directly I am printing the value of s. So this is how this is a simple program, guys, which encloses the variables and methods. Okay, this particular program is enclosing the variables and methods. Fine. This is how you have to work, guys. You have to work. Okay. Let me run this program and see whether this is working or not. Right click, run as Java application. Just see this console output. Okay. The sum of A, B, and C is 15. That is 6 plus 5 plus 4. 15, right? And this particular method A is called here. So this will be printed. So welcome to method A got printed here. Okay. So this is how this particular example is demonstrating that a class will enclose the variables and methods. Inside a class, we can write variables and methods. It can be global variables or local variables. It can like methods. Okay. Methods and variables will be there inside a class. Simple. Now, so that is one thing about the class. And coming to the next one, what is a class? Class is a how it is related to objects. Okay, what is a class and how it is related with the, how can it be compared with the objects? Class is a template used for creating objects, guys. Okay, class is a template used for creating objects. What does this statement mean? Okay, what does this statement mean? What is a template and what is an object? What is a template and what is an object? Okay. Okay. So here, let's take a real example, guys. Let's say there is a colony. Okay, there is a colony, and every person here, there are like 10 people in this colony, 10 or like 15 families in this particular colony. Let's say this block, this compound kind of thing. It may not be a colony, it can be a group of people, okay, in a single compound. Let's say 15 families are there, and their requirement is to build similar houses. Okay, they want to build similar houses. So one of the person went to a engineer. Okay, engineer, see, the person who creates a plan for these buildings, right? That person they contacted. This one of the 15 families went to this engineer and asked to create a plan. The engineer has come up and created a plan like this. Let's say this is, assume that this is a plan. Okay, some kind of high level plan, drawing thing, using which the person who builds this house will build this. Okay, using this plan, the house can be built. Okay, according to the plan, the house can be built, let's say. Okay, so this is a plan. What is this? This is a plan. So using this plan, the houses can be built, right? Now the one of the 15 families went to the engineer and asked him to create a plan. A plan was created, and based on this plan, a building was built like this. Okay, so let's assume that this is a building, guys. Okay, so let's say this is a building. A building was built using this particular plan. Fine. Now, guys, so another family now went to the same engineer, and instead of creating a new plan, they use the same plan for constructing their building also. Okay, so similar copy paste kind of building was created here. Okay, a similar kind of building got created here. Another building. Okay. Similarly, the other families. So two families are done, and they created similar kind of building with the same plan. Okay. This is a plan, and this is a real objects, guys. These are the objects. Okay. These are the buildings, you can say, real buildings. Real buildings. This is just a plan. These are real buildings. Fine. Similarly, remaining people also utilize the same plan and created the same buildings. Okay, like this. Whoever is in all the 15 families created the same kind of buildings. Like this. These are real buildings, guys. Only one plan, but this many number of buildings. Okay, only one plan, but this many number of buildings. These are real buildings. This is a plan. So here, when you compare the same context with class and objects, what is the class and what are the objects, guys? Can anyone say? Can anyone guess what is the plan? What is a class and what are the objects? What are the objects and what are the classes? Can anyone guess in this example?
Plan is a class and buildings are objects.
Yes, right. Yes, right. So plan is nothing but a class. Okay, and when compared, plan is nothing but a class. It is a template, guys. Okay, why I'm saying this plan is a class? Because it is a template. It's a normal template using which we can create real objects. Objects are real buildings. Okay, objects are real buildings. Real buildings are objects, and template or plan or this is a class. That's correct, guys. Whatever you are pinging over chat is correct. Fine. Now we understood, right? At a high level, what is a class and what is an object? Class is a template using which objects can be created. Any number of objects can be created using the same template, kind of thing called class. Okay. So that's about the theoretical thing. Now let's do the things in a practical way, where I will be creating a class and objects. Okay, in the programs. So let me delete this. Even let me delete this class also. Under the same project, I am going to create another class. Right click on this src, say new, say class. I want to create a class with the name demo. Okay. Let me create a class with the name demo. Click on finish. Inside this demo class, I want to create a main method. Public, public static void main string of. Okay. So inside this class, a main method got created. Now guys, I want to create a template class. This is a normal class I created just for other purpose, but I want to create a template class here. Okay. The same Java file. This is demo.java file. Already there is a class. Okay. Along with this class, I want to create another class here. This is a first class I want to create. Can we create multiple classes in a Java file? Anyone guys? Can we create multiple classes in a single Java file? Is it possible or not?
Is possible.
Okay. Yes, right. It's possible, guys. You can create multiple classes inside a single Java file. Okay. But there are few rules. Okay. In order to create, there are few rules. Okay. Fine. So now first thing is that I created a class having a main method, say demo. This demo is a class name, and inside that I created a main method. That's done. Inside the same Java file, I will be creating another class which is whose name is car. Okay. Along with this first class, which is known as demo class, I want to create another class with the name car. So let me create a class called car. So I will create in such a way that you will get some errors, guys. Okay. So don't think that errors are coming. So I am intentionally trying to create some errors. Public class car. Okay. Already an error has come here. And here also I will create some public static void. I'm doing intentionally doing some mistakes here, okay, so that you will learn from the mistakes. I'm creating some main method here. Okay, save it. Right click, run as Java application. What will happen, guys? The Java got confused. Okay, thing is that Java got confused. Do I need to run the car class or do I need to run the demo class? Which one I need to run? It got, so when I say in the demo class, there is a main method. In the car class also, there is a main method. When I try to run this one, only one option is coming. But when I select this, it's not running, guys. It's giving me some options to select, to choose whether you want to run car class or demo class. This is the problem. So one thing here is, when you are creating multiple classes inside a single Java file, okay, only one should have the main method. Other class should not have the main method. Okay, only one class should have the main method. Others should not have the main method. Let's come to that again. But before that, demo is a class which is having public access specifier here, and car is also having a public access specifier here, right? So thing here is, only one class should have this public access specifier. Okay, the name of the Java file is demo.java. So the name of this particular class is demo. So the name of the file and the name of the class, whoever is matching, should have the main method, guys. The other additional classes that I am creating in addition to this file name or class name thing should not have the main method. Remove this. Sorry, it should not have this public access specifier. Okay. Only one class should have the public access specifier. Now no errors, guys. Errors got resolved. Okay. Because only one class has the public access specifier and another class doesn't have the public access specifier. This is how we have to do. And the class which is having the file name should have the public access specifier, right? So this is how what we did to resolve the errors. But still there is a problem. When I try to run this, Java is getting, my Java class is getting confused. My Java is getting confused whether to run this car class or demo class, because both of these methods have the, both of these classes have the main method, right? So one blind rule here is, whichever the class having the public access specifier should have the main method. The class having the public access specifier should have the main method. So remove the main method from other class. Okay. So this is how, guys. Okay, these are few rules. Okay, if you want to create multiple classes inside the same Java file, only one class should have the public access specifier, which whose name is equal to the file name, and at same time the class which is having the public access specifier should have the main method. Okay, other class should not have the main method. Though these are few rules. Okay, so that for you to create multiple classes inside the same Java file. Now, guys. So why I am creating this car class? Already I have a demo class, right? What is the purpose of me? What is the purpose which I thought of creating this car class? I am creating this car class with a purpose, guys. Okay, I'm creating this car class inside the same Java file with a purpose. I want to make this class a template class. Okay, here I explained you that class is a template, and using the class template, you can create multiple objects, right? So I want to use this car class as a template, and using this template class, which is known as car, I want to create multiple objects. Okay, fine. So I created the class already, car class. So what does a car will contain? Int cost. Okay, car will have some cost. So int cost, string model, and one more thing I don't remember. Let me see the example, guys, so that I can remember that. So string color, string model, two strings, guys. Okay, string model, int cost, string color. Okay, these are the three properties I want to provide in this particular car class. That is model of the car, cost of the car, and color of the car. You can create any number of variables, but for now, for this example, I want to go with these three examples only. Okay, three properties only. That is model, cost, and color. Model. What are the examples of models, guys? Okay, so different models are there for classes, cars, right? So this is nothing but a model. You'll come to know about that. Okay, cost of the car, color of the car. Now, along with the variables inside this car class, I want to create some methods. Public void start car. Okay, another method I want to create, public void stop car. This method can be used for stopping the car. Let's assume that. Okay, at a high level. Now another one is public void car details. This method will, when called, will be printing all the car details. So let me start with the car details first. System dot out dot println the model of the car is plus this model. So system dot out dot println the cost of the car is plus cost. This cost I'm printing here. System dot out dot println the color of the car is plus color. Okay, like this I will be printing all these variables. Okay, here. Now, guys, these are the car details. Now I want to even write something inside this start car and stop car also. System dot out dot println model plus started. Okay, this particular model started. System dot out dot println model stopped. Okay, model stopped. This particular model got stopped will be printed. So this is how I created some variables and methods inside this car. I'm going to use this car as a template, guys. Okay, all these variables and methods I created so far and inside this particular car class are part of the template. Okay, all these variables and methods I created, three methods, right? Three variables and three methods I created. All of these things are part of this car template for now. Okay, so this is a so far this is good. Now I created up to here. Okay, create any methods inside the car, start car, stop car, and car details. I created up to here. Now I'll be creating some objects using car class. So how to create objects in Java? Okay, how to create objects in Java? This is a template, right? Using this template, using this car template, I want to create some objects. How to create that? What is the syntax for creating the objects using this particular car template? So for that, the syntax here is car. Okay, name any brand. Let's say Maruti is equal to new car, like this, guys. This is syntax, guys. Okay, I created one object here. Similarly, I want to create another object. Using the same template, I can create multiple objects. Car Benz is equal to new car. Okay, car Audi is equal to new car. Okay, like this, guys, you can create multiple objects. This is a syntax for creating an object, guys. Okay, I create an object here. I created another object here. Second object. I created another object here. Fine. So if I divide clearly, what is this car, guys? Car is nothing but the class name, right? So if I have to use this particular thing as a template, I need to write this car, the name of the class here. And this is a reference variable. This is the reference variable. Some name, some variable name kind of thing. Okay. Car, some reference variable is equal to what is new, guys? Here there is a keyword called new, right? New is an operator in Java. Okay. So what is the purpose of this new operator? Why we are writing the new operator here in this object creation statement? New operator is being used to create objects. With the help of new operator, objects can be created. Of which type of objects? Whatever the class name here, that objects will be created, guys. New car. Okay. New car. New car object. So this will create a new object for car. This also will create a new object for car. This also will create new object for car. Okay, to this particular object, this reference variable will be referring to. To this object that got created in the second step, Ben's reference variable will be referring to. To this new object that got created in the third object that got created, RD reference variable will be referring to. So this is a syntax, guys. Class name reference variable is equal to new car. Okay, this is not a method, guys. This is not a method. Okay, this is a constructor. Okay, this is a constructor. Fine, I'll come to that part. Okay, we'll come to that part. Let's assume that you created some objects. This is the first object, this is second object, this is the third object. For the first object, Maruti is the reference variable. For the second object, Benz is the reference variable. For the third object, I created here, RD is the reference variable. Now fine. So I created three objects using the new operator for the car class. Class is only one template, but here three objects got created for the car class. Now I want to initialize these variables. These variables are not initialized. I never specified any model here. I never specified the cost of any car. I never specified the color of any car. So using these examples, I am going to do that, guys. Just take out this. After creating this object, this reference variable will be referring to that particular object that got created, right? So here, take this Maruti, copy this reference variable and paste it here and put a dot. When you say dot, all the variables and methods inside this car template will be displayed. All the variables and methods, that is model, cost, color, start car, stop car, or car details will be displayed here. You see, color, cost, model. Color, cost, model got displayed here. Along with that, car details, start car, stop car. Other things will be there. Okay, default things will be there. Apart from the default things, this car template related variables and methods will be displayed in this drop down. Okay, Maruti dot. When I say Maruti dot reference variable dot. So this is nothing but object for the car class, right? This reference variable is referring to the object of the car class. So it can access the variables and methods from this template. So here I want to first specify the model. So Maruti dot, I will select the model is equal to Swift VDI. Okay, some model I am giving. Now I want to initialize. I want to initialize this variable called cost for this particular object, first object. So reference variable Maruti dot cost dot. Okay, when you say dot, all the variables will see cost. Okay, so this is Eclipse ID functionality, guys. Okay, intelligent cost. Eclipse ID is an intelligent editor, guys. Okay, when you say dot, it will actually get you all the variables and names. Okay, you don't have to type manually. It will spoon feed you. Okay, it will show the details. You simply can select here like this. Cost is equal to how much? I will give it as 8 lakhs for now. Okay, 8 lakhs. Now, color of the car. I want to give the color also. These are real objects. You are creating a real object using this car template, right? So Maruti dot color, okay, is equal to some red color. So I am assigning the Swift VDI string text here because model is declared as string type here in this car template, right? Whereas cast is of integer type. So I can specify the numerical value. Color is red, string value. That's why it is string. That's fine. Now I was able to initialize the this model, cost, and color variables for this Maruti object. Okay, for the Maruti object, for the Maruti referencing object of this car class, I have assigned some values. Now using the same Maruti object reference, okay, object reference. It's not an object, guys. It's an object reference. This is object. So when you say new car, some object will be created in the memory. Okay, what will happen when you say new car? When you say new car, an object will be created in the memory. How many new cars are there here? This is one new car. So some object will be created in the memory. This is again new car. So another object will be created in the memory. Again, in the third statement also new car is there. So another object will be created in the memory. Like this inside the memory. Assume that this is a computer memory. Somewhere in the computer memory, okay, 3 objects got created because of this new car statements. New car constructor, new car constructor, new car. This will create 3 objects. That's not done. So to this particular first object, what is a reference variable or object reference? You can say object reference because this reference or variable or reference are same, guys. Okay, you can call a variable or reference, anything is fine. Okay, this reference variable can be called as object reference because it will be referring to an object. Okay, this variable can be called as reference object reference because it is referring to an object created. So here Maruti is a is referring to this Maruti reference variable is referring to this first object. Okay, so this can be called as object reference. Now to the second object, which object reference is referring. Second object, Ben's object reference is referring to the third object that got created with the help of new operator. What is referring? Which object reference is referring? Audi is referring, right? Like this, guys. Okay. Now, with the help of Maruti reference variable, in the object you have created 3 variables, right? You have initialized 3 variables. That is Maruti dot model is equal to, you initialize this with which value? I'll reduce the size. Let me check that into 15. Let's see. Yeah. Maruti dot model is equal to Swift VDI right? Swift VDI is already got assigned. So sorry, we can directly say like this: model is equal to, okay, model is equal to Swift VDI. So Maruti dot model is equal to Swift VDI. You are already assigned with the help of these statements, right? Maruti dot model is equal to Swift VDI is done. Now Maruti dot cost. Maruti dot cost is equal to, you already specified 8 lakhs, right? Now Maruti dot color is equal to some red color you already specified. These three things you are done with. Now there are methods also, right? Start car method is there in this object. Stop car method is there. And another one is as per the template, as per the car template. These are the three methods available. So how to access these three methods? To initialize the variables, I have said Maruti.model, Maruti.cost, Maruti.color. To call this variable, this particular methods also in the particular template of this object. So you have to say Maruti.startCar. Simply here say guys, Maruti dot, there is a mistake here, Maruti. Let me replace everywhere. Spelling mistake. Maruti dot start car. Maruti dot, you see, Maruti dot stop car. Maruti dot car details. Like this you can create. So when I run this program, what will happen? This initialization will be done. This object will be created. This initialization will be done, and this methods will be called. So when this particular start car method is called from this main method, okay, start car method is called from this main method. So it will call the start car here, and it will print model plus started. That is, model is nothing but Swift VDI started will be printed. So stop car means again Swift VDI stopped. With the help of this object reference, you are calling this methods inside that car template, guys. Okay, car details. Car details means all the details of this particular car will be printed. That Swift VDI details will be printed. Swift VDI car details, model, cost, color, all those things will be printed. Let's run the program. Right click, run as Java application to see the output. You see, Swift VDI started. This particular method, Swift VDI started. Stop car. When stop car got called, Swift VDI stop got printed. And car details. When car details got called, the model of the car is Swift VDI. The cost of the car is 8 lakhs. The color of the car is red. Okay, all the initialized values got printed here. Similarly, I can create, this is the first object. Using the first object reference, I initialize the values, variables, and at the same time I call the methods, right? Similarly, using the second object reference of the second object, that is Benz, I will initialize the variables and I will call the appropriate methods. So let's do that. Benz dot model is equal to Benz A class. Okay. Again, Benz dot cost is equal to, let's say, some 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs. Now Benz dot color is equal to black color. Now here, after this values got initialized for this particular object, so what will happen, guys? In the image, Benz dot model is equal to, what is the model, guys? Model is Benz A class. Benz dot cost is it, these are object, guys. This is object. This is object 1, object 2. This is object 3, like this. Cost is equal to 30 lakhs. Color is equal to black. And this thing also will have the methods, its own methods. That is start car, stop car, last one is car details. Fine. This is Benz. Now the third one. What is the third one, guys? Audi. So, so before going there, let me call this Benz dot start car, Benz dot stop car, Benz dot car details. Okay. Now for the third object, Audi. So Audi dot model is equal to Audi superhero model. Some model, random model I give. It may or may not exist. Audi dot cost is equal to some 40 lakhs. Audi dot color is equal to blue color. Audi dot start car. Audi dot top car. Audi dot car details. Like this, guys. Okay. You have to write like this. For every object, you can initialize the values. Its own values can be initialized in the particular object. At same time, its own methods will be called. So here the thing here is model is equal to Audi superhero cost is equal to 40 lakhs. Color is equal to blue color. And here also its own start car, its own stop car, its own car details. Like this, guys. So when I run this program, all the values will be printed accordingly. Right click, run as Java application. You see, Swift VDI. So I'll do one thing. So in the last method, I will write intentionally write system dot out dot so that you can differentiate this. Okay, for differentiation purpose, I am doing this, not for programming purpose. Okay, there's some small line which divides the output. Right click, run as Java application. So first Swift VDI details got printed, then Benz details got printed, then Audi details got printed. So Swift VDI started, Swift VDI stopped. These are the car details. Model of the car is Swift VDI. Cost of the car is 8 lakhs. Color of the car is red. Here Benz A class started, Benz A class stopped. Model of the car is Benz A class. Cost of the car is 30 lakhs. Color of the car is black. Here Audi superhero started, superhero stopped. The model of the car is Audi superhero model. Cost of the car is 40 lakhs. The color of the car is blue. Like this, guys. Okay, like this. So this is a program. I just demonstrated a program which demonstrates what are classes and objects, how to create classes and objects, okay, in Java. This is how, if you understand this program, you can easily create classes and objects in Java, guys. Okay. So here in the above example, this is object create. What is the object creation statement, guys? These three are the object creation statements. First object creation statement, second object creation statement, third object creation statement. Let me open this one. Okay. Here car, Benz is equal to new car. What is this car, guys? It's nothing but the class name. What is Benz? Reference variable or object reference. Okay, reference variable or object reference. Benz is nothing but reference variable or object reference. Using this reference variable or object reference, you can refer to all the variables and methods inside this particular object that got created. Refers to the car class object created by new operator. So new is an operator, guys, which creates actual object. Okay, actual object will be in this object creation statement. New is operator which has actually created an object. For which object this new operator is creating? Okay, for which class the new operator is creating an object for the car class. Whatever that is class name that is there at the right side, right? For that particular class, the new operator will be creating the object. So new car for new object of car class. Okay. So here car is followed by some circular starting brace and circular ending brace. So this is nothing but a constructor, guys. This concept of constructor I will be explaining later, guys. Okay, this is not the correct time. there is a topic which I will explain as part of the constructors. During the constructor topic, I will explain this car constructor. Okay, here the constructor, what actual constructor. For now, this is the class name. This is object reference or reference variable. This is the new operator keyword which is used for creating the objects. This is a constructor, guys. Okay, this is how we can create the object creation statement into 4 parts: class, reference variable or object reference, or new is the operator for creating objects, car is a constructor. The constructor. So that's about the classes and objects. Guys, any doubts here? So far, any doubts, guys? Is it clear?
Yes, Arun.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay, great. Fine. So let's move to the next topic then, in that case. So that is arrays concept. Okay, let's complete at least single something. Okay, based on our time, availability of time. Fine. Arrays concept, guys. What are arrays? So using arrays, multiple values of same data type can be stored into a single variable. For example, if I delete this class and freshly create another class here, I will delete this, guys. Okay, right click, some new class, arrays demo, click on finish. Inside this class, I will be creating some method, public static void main string of args. Okay, the main method. So this is a class and this is a main method, right? This is a class and this is a main method. So if I create a variable of integer type and say 5 and system dot out dot println a, I will print like this, right? So if I run this program, it will run without any errors. Right click, run as Java application. Now 5 got printed in the output. That is, the value that got stored into the variable a got printed here. That's correct. But guys, what if I say 5 comma 6? Can I store two values into a single variable, guys? No, right? Right. No, right? So I cannot store more than one value into a single variable. This is a problem. This is a problem with the variables, guys. Okay. To overcome this problem, the array concept has come, where using arrays, you can store more than one value into a single variable. If I have to store more than one value like this 5 comma 6 comma some 7 comma 8 comma 9, this many number of values I want to store into a single variable, I cannot do here, right? With a normal variable I cannot do that. But what if I create an array? Then I can do that. Okay, using arrays I can store multiple values into a single variable. For example, simply I will put, if at this particular int I will put this square bracket, guys. Okay. Okay, so at this this data type int, just beside this, I just associating this int, I will be creating some square bracket. Okay, starting and closing of the square bracket I will create. So when I say like this and put all these things inside this what do you call, something like this. If I do like this, now the issue got resolved, guys. Okay, now the issue got resolved. I can store multiple values into a single variable by converting this particular thing into the array syntax. So this is not the right time for I need to show this arrays thing. Okay, let's wait for some time. But using arrays, you can store multiple values into a single variable, guys. Okay, just for now at a high level, understand that multiple values can be stored into a single variable with the help of arrays concept. Fine. So before going to some type of arrays, let's first categorize the arrays, guys. Okay, now you understood the purpose of the arrays, right? What is the purpose of arrays? To store multiple values into a single variable. Okay, more than one value if you want to store into a single variable, arrays will help you out. So before actually I demonstrate this thing, let's find out how many type of arrays are there. Arrays at a high level can be categorized into single dimensional array, two dimensional array, and three dimensional array. Okay, Arrays can be categorized into single dimensional array, two dimensional array, and three dimensional array. What is a single dimensional, what is a two dimensional, what is three dimensional, I am going to demonstrate, guys. But out of these three categories, guys, I will only be explaining about single dimensional and two dimensional, guys. I am not going to I'm not going to explain three dimensional because this is not required. Okay. For Selenium, three dimensional usage is not there, guys. Okay. So I will skip this three dimensional. As part of the explanation, I will be only covering the single dimensional and two dimensional, guys. Three dimensional, I am not going to cover. Only these two will be enough for Selenium. So I am only taking single and two dimensional in these sessions. Okay. So let's start with the single dimensional array. So, okay, so I think let's stop it here, guys. Tomorrow I will take care of the single two-dimensional array and all the arrays concept. Okay, I think we can stop here. Let's end here, and I will take up this practical examples of single, two and three-dimensional arrays tomorrow. Okay, two-dimensional array, single and two-dimensional array with other concepts tomorrow. Fine, guys. That's it for today. Any questions, guys, before we wind up?
No, Arun.
Okay. Okay, guys. That's it, guys. Then let's meet tomorrow at the same time. See you guys then. Okay.
Thank you, Arun. Bye.
Yeah. Bye, guys. See you.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Okay. Bye.